What is up, ninjas? My name is Semworld, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to make epic tribal horns. Now, the tribal horns we were talking about are the ones you hear in a breakdown usually, kind of Tujamo-ish, if you remember Tujamo. Ton, 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 ton. We're gonna have melodies that are very epic. I'll also teach you how to make those and how to process the horns so they sound like EDM horns and not like Hans Zimmer horns, because we ain't trying to be you, bro. So join me today, guys. Now, Festival Revolution Volume 2 is gonna be coming out next week, guys. For those of you guys that want to support the channel, it's gonna be another epic big room pack with a lot of unique kick drums that are gonna now incorporate a bit of a stereo feel to them to see if you guys like that vibe and can incorporate it into your music, as well as unique fills, unique sounds, Serum vocal pack that is just all based on audio noises, as a lot of big room right now is using a lot of audio sampling for the drops. So make sure to check it out when it comes out, guys, and let's get straight to this tutorial. All right, guys, so let's get straight into making this brass ensemble. So the first thing you need to do is have an ensemble that you can use. There's a lot of free ones out there, like the DSK audio ones. You can go with Contact if you own it. You can also go with East Quantum library, and vice versa. If you have an orchestral plugin, by all means use it. Now, what you're looking for is a brass ensemble that allows you to play in staccato mode. That's what we're gonna want. And in this instance here, we have to increase the release and we have to lower release on it, or else it sounds like this. It sounds very kind of like a lot of reverb on it, as you can feel, just the natural ambience of where it was recorded. And also it doesn't have that punch to it. So we're gonna lower the release on this. So that's how we're gonna get that vibe, as you can hear in a lot of music, a lot of trap, a lot of tribal, stuff. From here, you can hear that the sound is very stereo-ish. So we need to make sure that it's not so wide, unless you want it wide. That's the thing, I personally don't like it wide, because it just sounds like all the power is coming from your stereo signal, and your mono signal is usually where you want most of the driven stuff, most of the main ideas, so that when you convert something into mono, it maintains that power. So we don't have to go fully mono with this, but just a tad bit, maybe around there. Now the next step is going to be to obviously get it loud, and what else are we going to use other than Camel Crusher, which, as you guys know, is a good plugin. Very clean when you're using the preset, the British Clean, which is adding a bit of compression, a bit of distortion to get it loud. As you can see, we're going to end it with an OTT, and that's generally what we're going to want. So once we have that, we pretty much have the same. So that's how we're gonna get those kind of horns, as you guys hear in a lot of music. From here, if you want to add an EQ to kind of just get rid of a bit of, let's say, muddiness that a lot of people think sounds muddy, but sometimes you don't want to get rid of it because it sounds too thin. I mean, if you want to do that, by all means, we're gonna get a frequency around here and just do increase the highs a bit, and that's it. As you can see, so it's up to you if you want to add that EQ there. But after we have that, it's all about now finding a melody that works with the brass that you have. Now, there's a couple of tips I give you. First off, try and use the root note, say G minor, and a semitone up. That's gonna give you the most generic thing that you hear a lot in trap. All right, you can also use a note before the root note on the scale, so that's going to be 2 semitones down, aka G, G sharp, and then an F. And you can do a lot of variations with this, especially with rhythm. There's various that we can do. Maybe that's a little bit too fast, but you can get the idea there. Now the other one, we can bring it down to the D sharp and the D as well, which sounds very badass. So you can do stuff like that. Just tends to work really good. And don't forget about that.
I'm having too much fun. But you guys can see, this is how we get these kind of horns, guys. And in all honesty, it's all about that. It's that simple. It's compressing enough to the point where it doesn't sound organic and you're making it sound more in your face. That's how we get these kind of horns. I showed you a bit of a way to EQ them. Just be careful not to thin them out too much. And with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of the tutorial. If you want to switch out too, you can use other stuff, like, you know, you could go and use a trombone instead, or trumpets only exclusively. Just keep in mind they might be lacking that low end power you want from them. But you guys take care, and you guys have an amazing day, guys.